Hi everyone, this is Judy at the vegetable plot. It's July 17th, 2017, and we're going to do a quick walkabout. Okay, this is coming up to it. You can tell everything's getting a little taller. Here's my little corner. As you will note, my beans that I put the poles up for are actually bush beans. Which makes sense because I had decided not to grow pole beans, but for some reason they were looking like pole beans to me, so that's okay. So you can see the corn in there. The beans are just about as big as the corn now. Squash are in here. They look like they're going to be buttercup. I hope they're buttercup or butter something, butternut. Anyway, I'm trying to train them in through here where the black tarp stuff is, so they'll be off the road. The sunflowers are growing up. The crows are always, there's 3 of them over there. They're multiplying. It is crow season. There's another one up there. The babies are out making their squawky feed me sound. So this corner is doing quite well. Mulch is really holding the moisture. You can see the Jerusalem artichokes are tall, getting taller anyway. I'll be thinking about chopping them down. Maybe not, it's hard to say. The peppermint, which I took a cutting off of here for dehydrating, is bounced back and it's gonna flower soon. The bees love it. The neighbor has spearmint and I have peppermint. It's nice, I don't know, I like it. Fills in this corner. The glad, you can see here, is just thinking about opening up. Some more sunflowers in there. Shoot, just about tripped myself. Big squash here. Not really sure what kind it is. I think it's going to be some sort of zucchini. Like I say, I crossed my plants and I've told myself before not to grow them, just to buy new seed so I know what I'm getting, but I can't help myself. So in here, where the marigold is, the okra never really made much of itself in there. This little patch of cucumbers is doing pretty good. I decided not to weed them out, or thin them out. I don't know why, just didn't want to. The grass is growing like crazy in here as usual. The lovage is very tall. I'll be cutting it back pretty soon. The bees are up there having a good time. Little wasps. My radishes here, I'm letting them go to seed because I eat the little pods that the seeds form. I've got only 6 out of my original, however many I had here, probably over 12 okra making it. Let's see if I can find one that looks healthy enough to show you. I'm not doing that well. Let's see if I can see him here. He is right there. This is the okra. There's a couple about that size in here. There's a little bigger one over there, but they probably should be around 2 feet tall by now. But oh well, like I say, if I can just get a couple of pods, then I'll have the seed for next year and I'll start earlier. Sunflowers are starting to take off. Other people's are already tall enough to, and are flowering. Sunflowers, that is. The honeyberries are starting to brown up. They really don't like it. It hasn't been that hot and they don't like the heat. This poor rhubarb, I don't know what's going on here. Slugs, I guess. I'm going to give it a nice feeding of manure this fall. That and the other patch. And here we have a couple of zucchinis and, again, homegrown zucchini, so they're not as good as the other ones. And then here's a good example of the faba beans. See them in here on this plant? This one here actually isn't covered in aphids. I have a neighbor that likes faba beans, so I'm going to pick her a bunch today. I'm also going to go through the fava patch here and start pulling garlic. We'll see if the favas survive that, but if they don't, like I say, it's okay. I don't really care for them. They're okay in a pinch. But I think, I don't know, I may have this wrong, but I think they were grown as animal fodder, not really for people. I think that's why they were called horse beans or something back in the old days. Anyway, as you can tell, the tomato patch is still not looking very lively, though I do see quite a few tomatoes forming in there, but the plants themselves are looking sort of decrepit. But not to worry, like there's lots in there, like I can only eat so much of everything. I'm very fortunate to have such a nice big space here that I can experiment and let, you know, some for me, some for the disease, some for the birds, some that just don't come up. Okay, here is the grape bush. Not very many grape flowers on it. Somebody told me that the pollination wasn't a good time. There weren't many bees around, or the wind or something was wrong, but it's okay. It's usually, last year was a bumper crop, so it's okay for it to have a rest. Here is more rhubarb. What's that, a black admiral butterfly floating around here? The beans are getting much bigger in there. They're flowering. They'll be setting seed food, beans, pretty soon. We had a nice social on Saturday for Agnes Street Gardens. Lots of people showed up. Maybe I'll backtrack here. Remember I said I wasn't sure if I was pulling up the flax or not? Well, it looks like I had 3 plants survive. And I don't know if I can get the flower in the picture here. The flowers are right in front of my, there they are. See the light purple flower? On the prairies, when they grow flax, a couple of those in here. There's only 3 that survived my carnage. But anyway, on the prairies, when they grow that, it would be probably, I don't know, around this time of year, when you see the fields in the distance, it just looks like blue water. Very pretty. Very pretty. But not many made it. The nasturtiums are starting to go crazy. Again, the usual culprits or maybe victims in here. I have the kale, the onions, Swiss chard, beets are getting a little bigger, lettuce is going crazy. I can only eat so much lettuce, but I love my green leaf lettuce, I really do. I've tried growing, you know, different succession cropping, but it never seems to do good. It seems like the first batch is the best. I'll let a couple go to seed, get my seed for next year, and just let it self-seed around here. Peas are been picked over. The rats didn't even leave me any for seed. Too bad. Favas in here are going crazy with the aphids and the ladybugs. Potatoes are probably pretty non-existent in there. I'll see when I eventually go through the straw and dig up what I can find. I did chop back the comfrey. There's a bumblebee floating around on there. There comes a butterfly again. Oh, that's a different one. Anyway, that is about it for here. That's the Sedum Autumn Joy. Getting ready to color up. And there's my mesh bags for collecting my garlic. I just drag it home and put it under a fir tree or something so it can air out. It's too bad, you know, we can't leave anything here anymore to just dry and stuff. Back in the old days we could, you know, but what can I say? Nowadays people just walk by, and if you're not guarding it with a 2x4, oh, it's just there for everybody to take, you know. I don't know. I just don't know where people get off thinking that if it's not nailed down, it's theirs, but that's what they seem to think nowadays. Maybe they always have. Maybe I've just lived in a very sheltered part of the world. Anyway, that's it for now. Sorry about the little bit of whining there at the end. Take care, and I'll do this again in a couple of weeks, I guess. I'll be picking through stuff, so it'll be getting thinner now. I think this is probably nearing the peak. So anyway, take care. Bye.